Hello survivors, welcome to the tough and unforgiving but beautiful world of DayZ. I'm Div, and today we will talk about the very basics of this world. This guide is aimed at those who are just starting out in DayZ and maybe feel a little bit lost, like we all did at some point. Or perhaps those who are considering buying the game and want to see what it's all about. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. You've just spawned in on the coast of Chernarus. Behind you is a vast blue sea, and you can feel the wet sand under your shoes. There's mountains in the distance and train tracks not far away. The forest ahead is thick and green. If you're lucky, you can hear a chicken clucking in the distance. This is the typical intro to the game when you start out. Once you spawn in, you're on your own. While another game might have a story, heroes or villains, some quests that you have to undertake, or points that you have to acquire, DayZ is a sandbox environment and doesn't provide any of that. You could argue that there's only one objective that exists in the game itself: survive. No matter what it takes, survive for as long as you can. At a first glance, this might seem dull and non-rewarding. Why isn't the game telling me what to do? The beauty of this is that it's up to you to create your own adventure. And ultimately, that's the essence of DayZ, creating your own adventures and stories, together with others or against them. Let's have a quick look at what you can see on the screen when you first spawn in. On the bottom left, you can see your stamina bar. Right now, it's full when we're standing still, but this will be depleted by actions such as sprinting, jumping, fighting, and more. You can also see your stance, whether your character is standing up, crouching, or proning. When moving around, you'll see a noise indicator which shows how loud you currently are. For example, crouch walking will be quieter than sprinting, and you'll make more noise if you move through a thick bush. In the bottom center, you can see your hotbar. This is where you can drag any of your items to quickly be able to access them with hotkeys. In the bottom right, you can see your status indicators. From left to right, these are hydration, food, temperature, blood, and health. These 5 are crucial to your survival. They will be affected by everything you do, and they will affect each other in different ways too. Running out of health kills you, and running too low on any other status will also put you at the risk of death. Being able to survive in DayZ is completely about being able to manage these 5 statuses. Above or below these icons, you'll sometimes see 1 or more arrows indicating whether you're currently gaining or losing in one of these attributes. The default color for these icons is white, which indicates that you're at a good level. If one of the stats gets half depleted, the icon will turn yellow, and if you run very low, it will turn red, and even start blinking if it's critically low. However, the temperature indicator in the middle will be light blue when you're cold, dark blue when freezing, yellow when too warm, and red when critically warm. To the left of the status indicators, you'll sometimes see more icons. These are your temporary statuses, which will affect you in different situations. For example, if you have a bleeding cut, or if you catch a cold. When interacting with any object, either with your hands or with something equipped in your hands, simply move closer to the object and aim straight at it. You'll then see which actions you can currently perform. Sometimes you can perform more than one action, and you can toggle between them. By default on PC, this is done by scrolling the mouse wheel. The most important menu in DayZ is the inventory screen. By default, you access this by pressing the Tab key on your PC. This screen is divided into 3 sections. The vicinity section shows all items currently in your vicinity. Here you can also manage some items, such as fireplaces and storage containers. In the middle, you can see the Hands section. Here, you will see any item that you're currently holding. On the right hand side is your inventory. On the top, you can see all the clothes and items you're wearing, and below you will see any available inventory slots. Each wearable item will have a number of slots that it gives. For example, a simple t-shirt will only give you 12 slots, while a BDU jacket will give 42. Some items that you wear will also have special slots. For example, if you're wearing a pair of assault boots, they will have a specific slot to equip a knife. You can freely move items between these three sections of the inventory screen to either pick something up, place it in your inventory, or leave it on the ground. Now, let's take a deeper look at your vital statuses and see how they can be managed for your survival. Your health is quite important. When you lose it all, you die. When you die, you lose all your items and have to start over fresh. On the coast, with an apple and a t-shirt. You will lose health in some obvious ways, such as getting shot, falling down a cliff, or getting smacked by a zombie. It will also go down if some of your other statuses are critically low, such as being dehydrated or starving. In DayZ, there's no med packs that you can pick up, or potions that you can drink. The only way to regain health is to keep yourself fed and hydrated, and having a decent blood level. After that, you simply have to wait for the natural regeneration to do its thing. Your blood level will mostly be decreased if you suffer cuts or if you get shot. The more cuts you have, the quicker your blood will be depleted. When your blood is critically low, you will quickly start losing health, and if it gets completely depleted, you will die. As you lose blood, you will also notice your screen getting less and less colorful as your character is closing in on death. The first step to manage your blood level is to make sure to bandage your cuts as soon as possible to stop them from bleeding. Just like health, your blood will slowly and naturally regenerate if you are fed and hydrated. Unlike health, there are some specific methods that can speed up your blood recovery, such as saline bags and blood transfusions. Your temperature level is based on many factors, such as the clothes you're wearing, the time of day, where you are on the map, if you're wet or dry, and others. Unlike the other statuses, you don't want to max this one out. You want to keep it in the white sweet spot of not too cold and not too warm. The best and easiest way to manage your temperature is to choose clothes with a good insulation level. Also, make sure they're in a good condition, not ruined and not wet. Your food and hydration statuses will always be gradually but slowly depleting. The speed of this depletion is decided by what you're doing and how you are feeling. For example, if you sprint for long periods of time, you will get more thirsty. If you get a cold, your calories will burn faster, thus making you more hungry. Recovering these stats is more than obvious. You need to eat and drink. The easiest ways to find food are to loot, hunt, or fish. Food can usually be found in residential areas, where you can find items such as jars of honey, cans of conserved food, bags of chips, and more. By killing various animals, you can gather their meats and fats and cook them. Another great way to get virtually unlimited food is by fishing, which you can do if you find a fishing rod or craft your own. For hydration, your best friend will be the water pumps, or the wells, which are commonly found in most towns, cities, and villages. These are a constant source of clean water. You can drink directly from them, or you can fill your water bottle or canteen. You can also simply find items such as soda cans that you can drink. Many foods you eat will also give you a bit of hydration, as long as they're not completely dry, like a pack of rice or a bag of chips. As you might have noticed, there's no minimap on your screen. After you notice this, maybe you pressed M or another key, like in other games, to see a large map of the area. This probably didn't work. By default, DayZ doesn't have an in-game map that you can open. There are some exceptions, as some modded servers have implemented this. So navigating and exploring Chernarus, the default map, is thus an adventure in itself. There are some items that you can find which will help you with this. It's even possible to find the map and loot it. It's going to show you the entire map, but like a map in real life, it will not show you where you currently are. It's up to you to figure out where you are, based on the terrain, city names, landmarks and more. It's also possible to find map billboards in certain locations, which you can look at to see the whole map, and also a red dot that shows where this billboard is located. You also don't have a compass by default, but these are also possible to find and will greatly help you navigate. Until you manage to find one, there are other ways to navigate, such as the position of the sun, the moon or the stars. There are online maps which you can open up and use as a reference. These are greatly detailed and will show every single building and point of interest. As a beginner player myself, I took the decision not to use any online maps and only relied on the resources in the game. For me, it was a great experience, as I really felt like I was exploring on my own. Finding a map billboard was like hitting the jackpot, and navigating between each village was an adventure. On the other hand, sometimes I would get completely lost in the woods and attacked by wolves. As far as I've seen, people have mixed opinions on whether beginner players should use online maps or explore and navigate on their own. How you choose to approach this is up to you. As DayZ is set in a post-apocalyptic, zombie-infested land, you will quickly notice that the main danger is actually not the zombies. It's the other survivors. Running into another player in DayZ is usually one of the most exciting things that can happen. Even after hundreds of hours played, when I see another player, my heart rate doubles. How you choose to interact with other players is also completely up to you. Another player can be the most dangerous encounter, because they want all your stuff. It can also be very beneficial, as you can team up and take on DayZ together. There are no rules of engagement in the game. They might tell you that they're friendly, offer you some food, and then shoot you in the back of your head as soon as you turn away. They might also become a great teammate, someone who will join you on your adventures and keep you safe. Every encounter that you will have will be different, so there are no rules that I can give or tell you. The only tip that I can give is try and talk to them. Try to go on adventures together. If they seem sketchy, shoot them in the head before they do it to you. This video doesn't even begin scratching the surface of DayZ knowledge. If you come across something interesting here or in your adventures, there are many other guides that go deeper into each subject. Many lessons, however, you will learn by trial and error. I will also make more videos which will tackle each subject in depth. So, you're on the coast, and now you're ready for your adventure to begin. Pick a direction or a landmark and start making your way there. Maybe I'll see you there. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.